Okay, I'm going to go through all of the structures on the outside of the heart, external heart structures that you'll need to know for the exam. So beginning with the superior vena cava, and the two branches that we see flowing into the superior vena cava are the right and left brachiocephalic veins. They drain into the superior vena cava, move into the right atrium. This portion is called the auricle, so this is the right auricle. Then we have this large right ventricle region. We have the left auricle, and we have the left ventricle region. We can start here with the aorta. So the aorta, number 11, is the ascending aorta. We do a turn called the aortic arch, and then behind the heart we have the descending aorta. The three branches off of the aortic arch are the brachiocephalic trunk, the left common carotid, and the left subclavian arteries. This big vessel is called the pulmonary trunk, and the pulmonary trunk will lead to pulmonary arteries. The pulmonary system, the arteries are blue and the veins are red. The arteries move blood away from the heart, so this is going to the left lung, so this is a left pulmonary artery. The right pulmonary artery we can find if we move the heart, and we can see it right there. The blood vessels you need to know. So the ascending aorta has two major blood vessels branching off of it. This one right here is the right coronary artery. So here's the right coronary artery. It's found in the sulcus between the atria and the ventricle. So this is called the atrioventricular sulcus region. You'll find the right coronary artery here. And as the right coronary artery reaches the margin of the heart, which is basically the edge of the heart, we have a marginal branch. So this is called the marginal artery. And then the blood vessel will go and wrap around to the back. So let's turn it to the back. Follow the right coronary artery to the back of the heart, and it does a branch that goes down the back, which is called the posterior interventricular artery. If we go to look at the left side, another branch off the ascending aorta is called the left coronary artery, which goes behind the pulmonary trunk, and you can see it coming out right here. So this is the left coronary artery. It has two branches right away. So this first branch goes down the front of the heart, and this is called the anterior interventricular artery. The other branch of the left coronary artery goes around towards the back of the heart, and so this is called the circumflex branch. And the circumflex branch will come around and actually eventually meet up with the right side, the right coronary artery. The major veins of the heart you want to know run alongside the arteries. So this great big vein in the front of the heart is called the great cardiac vein. The great cardiac vein comes up, it goes around, and then it will eventually, so all this is great cardiac vein, and eventually, I'll take this off we'll reach the back of the heart here into a wide vessel called the coronary sinus, which will then bring blood into the right atrium. On the back of the heart, since we're here, this very large vein is called the middle cardiac vein that runs alongside the posterior interventricular artery. And then in the front, we have a couple other ones here. So this is the small cardiac vein, which runs alongside the marginal artery. And then we have another vein right here. This is called an anterior cardiac vein, which directly brings blood into the right atrium. Other structures on the outside of the heart you want to know is this guy here. This is the ligamentum arteriosum, which is a remnant of a fetal structure that diverts blood away from the lungs. And I think that's it. Oh, sorry. Then we have here, we have structures called the pulmonary veins. So this is on the left side. This is the left pulmonary vein. And we have on the right side the right pulmonary veins. The posterior heart here, we can see that we have a bit of the trachea. And behind the trachea, posterior to the trachea, we have a little bit of the esophagus. So make sure you know also that this entire blue region, this is our right atrium, this is our inferior vena cava, and then on the posterior part, everything that's pale orange, this entire structure here, this is all left atrium. And the auricles are just the structures that kind of lay on top in the anterior part here. Those are the auricles of the atrium. Okay, so that's it for the front.